Most technology improves things by small degrees. A phone gets slightly faster, a screen gets slightly sharper, a battery lasts slightly longer than the one before it. But every few years, something arrives that does not improve what exists. It replaces it entirely. If the last time you paid attention to technology was a few years ago, this list is going to require some adjustment. Because several of these already exist, several are arriving this year, and all of them are changing what daily life is allowed to look like. These are the coolest new technologies of 2026. Hypershell X Series. Your legs have a ceiling. At some point on a long hike or a steep climb, they simply stop cooperating, and no amount of will gets you up the next section without paying for it the next day. The Hypershell X Series is designed to raise that ceiling. It is a wearable robotic exoskeleton that wraps around the lower body using a flexible support suit called the AeroFlex Soft Suit. Small motors near the hips provide additional power while walking, running, hiking, or climbing stairs. The system does not replace your movement, it amplifies it. The exoskeleton weighs approximately 1.8 kilograms and can reportedly increase leg strength by up to 40% while reducing fatigue by around 30%. AI inside the system tracks movement continuously and adjusts support in real time depending on terrain and walking style. Different modes handle flat ground, uphill climbing, and stairs automatically. The battery supports several kilometers of assisted movement and charges relatively quickly between uses. What makes the Hypershell X genuinely significant is not the technology itself, but what it signals. Wearable robotics have existed in industrial and medical contexts for years. This is the first time something like it has been built for everyday use by ordinary people. The exoskeleton for the general public has arrived. SKWHEEL Electric Skis. Skiing has always required the same thing: a mountain, a lift, and a slope steep enough to pull you down it. The SKWHEEL Electric Skis remove the mountain from the equation entirely. Each ski contains a compact hub motor integrated directly into the frame, providing propulsion without relying on gravity. Depending on the version, the skis can reach speeds of up to around 40 miles per hour. Built-in sensors monitor lean angle, terrain resistance, and weight distribution, adjusting power delivery in real time based on how the rider moves. The experience feels surprisingly natural. Riders simply lean and balance while the electric system handles propulsion underneath. Snowy parks, frozen pathways, and flat winter roads become rideable terrain that traditional skiing could never touch. SKWHEEL has not just made skiing more accessible, it has made it a different activity entirely. Poketomo. Not every new technology in 2026 is focused on power or productivity. Poketomo, developed by Sharp, is a small AI companion designed for conversation and emotional interaction during daily life. It stands around 12 centimeters tall and weighs approximately 194 grams, small enough to fit comfortably in your hand. It features expressive body movement, voice interaction, and a glowing light on its stomach that reacts during conversations. Where most smart speakers wait passively for commands, Poketomo is designed to initiate. It can respond through speech, move physically during interactions, and continue conversations through a connected smartphone app that stores memories and context over time. The result feels less like talking to a machine and more like maintaining a small digital presence in your space. Whether that appeals to you or unsettles you slightly probably depends on how comfortable you are with the idea that AI companionship is no longer a concept from science fiction, it is a product on a shelf. Robotic Saros Rover. Robot vacuums have been a household fixture for years. They navigate floors, avoid obstacles, return to their docks to charge, and handle the ground floor of a home reasonably well. But they all stop at the same place, the bottom of the stairs. The Robotic Saros Rover is designed to solve that problem. Its advanced wheel leg system allows the robot to physically lift itself and climb stairs independently, navigating between floors without any human assistance. The articulated chassis adjusts dynamically while moving, allowing the robot to cross high door edges, steep slopes, and uneven surfaces that stop every conventional robotic cleaner. Multi-floor cleaning without human intervention is the capability that has been missing from home robotics since the category began. The Saros Rover still exists as a CES 2026 concept, but the direction it points is clear. The robot that can actually navigate your entire home, not just the ground floor, is closer than most people expected. Dream X60 Max Ultra. If the Saros Rover represents where home robotics are going, the Dream X60 Max Ultra represents where they already are. Suction reaches 35,000 Pascal, making it one of the most powerful robotic cleaners currently available. Rotating mop pads spin at 200 revolutions per minute while applying 15 newtons of downward pressure for active scrubbing rather than passive wiping. The robot measures approximately 7.95 centimeters tall and combines vacuuming with aggressive mopping in a single pass. Its fully automated dock handles self-emptying, hot water, mop washing, dirty water collection, and hot air drying without requiring the owner to intervene between cleaning sessions. Navigation combines LiDAR mapping with AI camera-based obstacle avoidance, allowing the robot to recognize objects and route around them intelligently. The X60 Max Ultra is not a robot vacuum with a mop attachment. It is a complete automated floor maintenance system that has eliminated most of the reasons a human would need to interact with it. SKWHEEL X Series. The SKWHEEL X Series is a robotic lawnmower that uses satellite positioning combined with visual sensors to understand the layout of a yard without requiring underground boundary wires. The installation that has made previous robotic mowers impractical for many homeowners. Instead of wandering randomly, it creates structured movement paths while detecting and navigating around obstacles automatically. The system handles lawns up to approximately 3,000 square meters, manages slopes of up to 50%, and operates for roughly 2.5 hours on a single charge. It runs at around 60 decibels, making it significantly quieter than conventional petrol-powered equipment. The boundary wire has been the practical barrier between robotic lawn mowing and widespread adoption for over a decade. The SKWHEEL X Series removes it. BeatBot AquaSense X. Pool maintenance is one of the most time-consuming parts of owning a swimming pool and one of the least discussed selling points of not owning one. The BeatBot AquaSense X is designed to handle almost the entire process automatically. This cordless autonomous cleaner handles pool floors, walls, water lines, and floating debris without cables or manual guidance. 11 motors manage propulsion, brushing, and debris collection while generating suction of around 6,800 gallons per hour. A 29-sensor AI navigation system maps the pool and creates structured cleaning paths rather than moving at random. A 13,400 mAh battery supports long cleaning sessions while dual-layer filtration captures both large debris and fine particles. Once complete, the robot returns automatically to the pool edge for retrieval. Pool cleaning has historically required either significant manual effort or a professional service. The AquaSense X removes both requirements from the equation. PetKit PureRobot Max Pro 2. The self-cleaning litter box is not a new concept. What the PetKit PureRobot Max Pro 2 adds is the monitoring layer that turns a convenience product into something genuinely useful. The globe-shaped system supports cats up to 10 kilograms and can store up to 65 days of waste for a single cat household. But the feature worth paying attention to is not the capacity. It is the data. Weight sensors, infrared detection, and app connectivity track visit frequency and session duration continuously, converting that information into behavioral summaries that may identify early signs of feline health problems before they become visible to an owner. Activated carbon filtration reduces odor while optional UV sanitization improves internal cleanliness. The monitoring capability turns a litter box into a passive health tracking device. That is a genuinely different product category dressed in a familiar form. Cozy Time Lumo. Apartment living has always involved one significant culinary compromise. You cannot grill indoors without smoke, and most buildings will not permit outdoor grilling either. The Cozy Time Lumo is a compact infrared cooking system designed specifically for indoor spaces where traditional grilling is impractical. Despite its tabletop size, it uses high-temperature infrared heating to cook steaks, skewers, pizza, and grilled vegetables with double-sided heat distribution that maintains moisture and texture in a way that conventional indoor cooking methods cannot replicate. An AI-assisted system identifies food type, thickness, and size before automatically adjusting temperature and timing. The grill also switches between roasting, flat grilling, and high-heat modes depending on the setup. For anyone living in a city apartment who has missed the grilling experience, the Lumo is the first product that genuinely delivers it without the conditions that made it impossible. Lenovo Legion Go Fold. Gaming handhelds have spent the last few years proving that serious gaming does not require a desk. The Lenovo Legion Go Fold takes that premise and extends it into something the category has not seen before. At first glance, it looks like a standard handheld with an 8-inch OLED display, but the screen unfolds physically into a 13-inch tablet-sized panel. The system runs full Windows 11 powered by AMD Ryzen AI hardware and includes detachable side controllers that allow multiple configurations. Depending on how it is set up, the device functions as a handheld console, portable gaming monitor, or full Windows PC. Industry estimates place pricing above $1,200 at launch. That is a significant entry cost for a product category that barely existed a few years ago and is now producing hardware this capable. Logitech G512X. At the foundation of every gaming setup is the same thing: the physical connection between the player and the machine. The Logitech G512X is built around optimizing that connection as precisely as current technology allows. It uses a 98-key layout with a hybrid switch system combining traditional mechanical switches with advanced analog TMR-based technology in selected keys. This allows adjustable actuation, rapid trigger response, and customization that conventional mechanical keyboards cannot offer. Selected switches are also hot swappable, allowing individual key replacement without changing the entire board. An aluminum top plate reduces flex during play, while LightSync RGB lighting provides dynamic visual effects across the layout. Priced at around $200, the G512X targets competitive players for whom input precision is the variable that matters most. LG Cloyd. Home robotics have spent the last decade focused on one specific task per device. One robot for the floors, one for the lawn, one for the pool. The LG Cloyd is designed around a different premise entirely. Presented at CES 2026, this humanoid home assistant uses robotic arms and AI-powered interaction to handle a range of household tasks, including cleaning, organizing, and kitchen assistance. LG calls its AI framework affectionate intelligence, oriented toward understanding surroundings, responding naturally, and learning continuously from household routines over time. The distinction the Cloyd is attempting to draw is significant. Not a single-purpose appliance, but a general-purpose household assistant that adapts. Whether that ambition survives contact with the complexity of real homes remains to be seen. But the direction it represents, a robot that handles multiple tasks and learns your preferences across all of them, is where the entire category is heading. Pebble Index 01. Every smart device released in the last decade has tried to do more. More sensors, more notifications, more features competing for your attention simultaneously. The Pebble Index 01 does the opposite. It contains only a microphone, Bluetooth connectivity, onboard memory, and a single button. Pressing that button immediately starts voice recording. Ideas, reminders, observations, anything worth capturing goes in instantly without opening apps or speaking wait commands. The connected Pebble app transcribes recordings using an on-device language model and organizes them into structured notes automatically. The battery is designed to last for years. The device itself is deliberately minimal. In a product category defined by feature accumulation, the Index 01 is a deliberate argument that doing one thing exceptionally well is more useful than doing everything adequately. Punkt MC03 Privacy Phone. The smartphone is the most attention-extracting device ever built. Every design decision in a conventional smartphone, the notifications, the infinite scroll, the algorithmic feeds, is optimized to keep you engaged longer. The Punkt MC03 takes the opposite position. It runs AFIOS, a minimalist operating system designed to reduce tracking, background data collection, and compulsive engagement patterns. The interface separates activity into secure and open environments called the Vault and the Wild Web, giving users more deliberate control over how they interact with the internet. Many of the behavioral hooks built into conventional smartphone software are simply absent. The hardware is modern: a 120Hz OLED display, a 64-megapixel camera, IP68 water resistance, and a removable 5,200 mAh battery. The MC03 is not an underpowered device asking you to sacrifice capability for privacy. It is a fully capable device that has removed the parts designed to manipulate your behavior. In a market where every phone is competing for more of your attention, the Punkt MC03 is competing for less of it. A robotic exoskeleton for everyday hiking, skis that do not need a mountain, a litter box that monitors your cat's health, a laptop screen that unrolls, a phone designed to give you your attention back. None of these are concepts from a science fiction film. All of them exist in 2026, and most of them are solving problems that people had stopped believing technology would bother to address. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story like this one.